But with transnational education, they can have an international education right here in Vietnam.
Always great opportunities comes with great expectations. And in which, in the next 10 years, I do believe that on Vietnam job markets, they will ask for. The first one is problem-solving skills, and the second one is communication skills.
Good evening. My name is Edward Hawkins. I'm the Program Director of the partnership that Hoa Sen University has with the British University de Montfort University. Welcome to another edition of HSU Unlocked. Today we're going to be talking about transnational education. If you don't know what that is, you're going to learn about it. And I'm very pleased to be joined by two wonderful guests. To my left is Miss Sophie Yang, who's a foreign direct investment consultant. Miss Yang, would you like to say a couple of words about yourself?
Thank you very much for your introductions. Sophie, I'm the Managing Director of Veridica, and our company supports the international investor to implement the investment in Vietnam and to do their business in Vietnam.
Thank you, Sophie. Another wonderful guest is Mr. Ray Mayuk Dam. He's an international brand consultant who's also worked for the United Nations as a communications officer. Ray, would you like to say a couple of words about yourself?
Thank you very much, Edward. Well, my name is Ray. My company is a global brand innovation. We provide mostly integrated B2B solutions, especially in the field of international brand management, investment, and global trades. In that fields also, we also provide services related to global brand strategies, market research, strategic communication and storytelling, and also brand identity management. Thank you.
For a long time, Vietnamese students that wanted access to a good quality education, they had to go abroad. But with transnational education, they can have an international education right here in Vietnam. Sophie, would you like to add your perspective?
In fact, transnational educations create good opportunities for Vietnamese young people to have updated knowledge around the world right here in their home country. And this is not only updated knowledge, but also when a foreign program come to Vietnam, they can adapt with local businesses, local conditions, and local environment, so that young people can have good knowledge and also real local experience at the same time.
Right. Yeah. So when I think about transnational education, I often think that the best way to describe it is the sort of best of both worlds, because you have access to international level education, but right here in Vietnam. So students no longer have to go abroad, cover all of the costs that are involved in living in a foreign country for many years. Instead, they can just stay here in Ho Chi Minh City and have access to an international level education. And to elaborate a little bit on the point that you were making, Sophie, it's also the best of both worlds in the sense that while students are given access to a international level education, with something like the educational program that we offer here at Hoa Sen University through our partnership with de Montfort University, is we provide our students with a top-notch international education, but we keep excellent links with local industry. So we provide students with internships, field trips. So what we do is provide an international experience whilst at the same time connecting it with excellent international companies. So this brings us to the next point, which is the sort of wider context in which we should think about something like transnational education. So Vietnam is a manufacturing-based economy, and the Vietnamese government have the aim to move the Vietnamese economy towards a high-skilled economy. And that will require the upskilling of the Vietnamese workforce. And I'd now like to talk with my guests about what the upskilling of the Vietnamese workforce will involve. Of course, they'll need more technical skills, technological skills, but also softer skills.
recently, the government did great effort on attracting high technologies investment to Vietnam. You can see it can be semiconductor, pharmaceuticals, and softwares, AI. And this move from the government create great opportunities for young people. And always great opportunities comes with great expectations. And in which in the next 10 years, I do believe that on Vietnam job markets, they will ask for critical thinking skills, communication skills, including English. And the last part is we got more international connected. We need cross-cultural skills.
Right. So according to your analysis, Sophie, the upskilling of the Vietnamese workforce will require developing quite a broad range of skills. So not only English communication, but critical thinking and also intercultural communication. Ray, would you like to add something to that?
Well, in intercultural communication, most important is adaptability. Like adaptability is one of the unique intelligence which we always overlook. And when we adapt with certain culture, environment, even moving from one city to another city, moving from one country to another country. So in adaptability and also supporting through the infrastructure, which can help a person to get the ground to develop and connect, and also feel quite comfortable to develop their skills.
For that questions, I observed the job market and I did many interviews for interns for our young people. And I realized that for the new requirement of the job market, there's two main skills that are very important to be able to get recruited in the future. The first one is problem solving skills and the second one is communication skill. And for problem solving skill, you can think about young people need to ask the right questions, so critical thinking skills. And after that, they have a lot of information and solutions around. Nowadays, there's a lot of AI who can present many solutions. So they need an analytical skills to find the best one, the good one for them. And after that, when they have the solutions already, they need to explain the solutions to others, to their friends, to the company, to the employer. So this is where they need communication skill, and in which as the country get more international connected, they need English skills. So let's say that communication skill, including English skill, is another one that young people need to be successful in the next 10 years.
Okay, on that note, I would like to thank our guests very much for your excellent contributions. I hope everyone knows a little bit more now about transnational education. My name is Edward Hawkins. Thank you ever so much. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Sophie.
Thank you, Edward.
Thank you.